Hey guys, welcome back to the House of Cards and Bricks. Today we've got the Insect Collection, which is a Lego idea build, which, man, these things look so cool. Let's look at the box first. We've got 18 and up. It's hard to even fit this box on there. This would be like in Star Wars world, like an Ultimate Collector's Series box, right? It looks awesome, that dark background, but this has that green bottom too, which is super cool looking. On the top, they actually tell you the dimensions. So you can see all those. And then on the side, we don't have much. The bottom, we don't have much. And then on the back, we have just kind of the thing talking about the ideas. You share your ideas, you gather the support, and then eventually they can get together with you and actually build the set. So somebody actually made this set, and maybe we can actually get the instructions out. The first one was the butterfly. I think this is the one that talked about it. And yes, it is. So this was the guy. He built these other kinds of, bugs, and then they got together with Lego and did it. So congrats to that guy. It's pretty awesome. And he's from Spain. How fun. But these turned out so good. They look awesome. Awesome little desk pieces, but really these are going to look good on a shelf. I think she'll end up keeping them in her office, just on a shelf. But let's look at each one. There's no play features to say, but we'll kind of talk about how that goes. It was 1,111 pieces. That's a pretty cool number. And it is an 18 and up set, which there are some decent build techniques in here that are pretty tricky. But let's start with the first one, which the first one in the builds, if you go in order, which you don't have to. There are 3 different booklets. You can do whatever you want. But the first one was the butterfly. So the butterfly is... You could take it off there. I'm not going to take it off there because it's pretty fragile. But it's stuck onto this post here. We'll do a nice slow turn. And it has some awesome color on the front. It's not really meant to be viewed from the back, but you can see some of the structure there, which is pretty cool. And then you've got this little bee friend here. So it's actually a butterfly and a bumblebee. I'm going to bring it up to the camera here. Because I actually like that Lego right there, this bee Lego. Let me focus on this. There we go. I've never even seen that before. Like that kind of, it's a painted brick. It's not a sticker or anything. That's pretty cool. But that bee's enjoying that flower, which is pretty cool. And the little face on it. It's hilarious. The flower looks cool too. She's really into the Lego botanicals, the flower builds. And so that's kind of like another botanical for her build. And I might have messed that up a little bit, but looks good. And then the second build was this, I think it's called a Hercules beetle. Yeah, that's the Hercules beetle, yep. And this thing is much more chunky. It was most of the parts. So this one was 3 bags. The butterfly was 2 bags, and the mantis was 2 bags. This one being 3 bags. You can see that log he's on is a lot of the structure. You got some mushrooms coming out the side, which is pretty, they look awesome. I mean, that's a cool mushroom. He's even grabbing onto one there. And then you got, all the details of like the forest floor, all the details underneath, like his little spikes here, which is awesome. And then comes the back where you have wings. And these wings are meant to be taken off, so you can pop them off. We'll do that on this side too. This is like the only really play feature there is. You pop the wings off, and then the shell can actually shut down. So you can do that. And do that, and then he's just a beetle now without his wings. Beetles have wings, so which, can you imagine something with that kind of horn flying through the air? Holy cow, no thanks. But cool looking build. The yellow pops. These orange, I mean, I love that kind of clear Lego build, and their wings are translucent. So it's cool that Lego did that. Again, the guy who made these sets, he did a lot of the ideas of it, but they, Lego-fied it, which is awesome. Pretty cool there. And then my favorite of the 3 is this mantis. This thing is so cool. I mean, if you caught this from afar, I would take a second glance being like, is that a big praying mantis that's just not moving? The eyes on this thing are awesome. I'm going to zoom them in, which I believe are a custom brick. I don't think that that's a brick you can get in any other set. But they actually have little eyes on them, little mantis eyes. Again, so she got some flowers that are kind of goes along with her other sets. You get some ladybugs in there. It's actually quite a few ladybugs on this one. Make sure it stays on there. And then he's got his claws, and yes, the claws all move. Everything moves. He's very articulate. It moves a lot. The legs move. You could do that. You could, take them off this thing. All of them come off things, but they're pretty fragile. So where you're gonna put them after that, I don't know. The backside, I mean, just the abdomen and everything looks so good, so good. His, whole body shifts there. I like it a lot. I think these turned out so good. It was, I'm going to say right at $100. Don't quote me on the price on that one. I should have looked that up before I got into this. But for 111 pieces, we'd expect for like $110, $120. And for a Lego Ideas, like how cool is that? Somebody got to work with Lego to make these. So cool. Now, they're definitely not playthings. They're definitely, you build them and put them on a shelf, and that's it. But they look awesome, and the colors pop for sure. And people are going to know that's a butterfly right away. You don't have to like tell them what's going on or why you have that on the shelf. It's a butterfly. That's for sure a beetle. That's for sure a praying mantis. I really like this set a lot. My wife built it all. So this is an 18 and up is what it says. My wife built all of these, but she definitely had questions on quite a few of them. So I would say, the build techniques are kind of tricky on a few parts. So if you have a builder who's really good and knows a lot of Lego techniques and stuff, they'll be fine, right? But if they are younger, that's why they say 18 and up. If they're younger, say you got like a 10-year-old who just doesn't build that much or something, they might get confused and need some help. But that's also part of the fun, helping out and building together to make these cool sculptures. And they'll look awesome in a kid's room or a office or wherever. These things are so cool. So I'm going to rate this set a 9.1 out of 10. That's a nice high score. Super cool. The only thing I could ever think to make this better would be structure. But I think the only way to do that would be to make them bigger. So for this size scale, I think it's almost perfect. So that is this review, guys. If you're into these reviews, please like and subscribe to this video and the channel, and there'll be more coming out soon. So hang tight, and I'll see you in the next one.